All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this update for myself. I'm the proud mayor of the city of Peekskill. My name is Rainey, and I'm joined by our wonderful city manager, Andy Stewart. Good evening, Andy. How you doing?
How you doing, Mayor? Great to be with you.
Awesome, awesome. This is our weekly update, and today is September 22nd, 2020. And it's crazy that this year is going by so fast, and many of us, including myself, have not been able to go outside and play, but things are finally looking positive as things are starting to reopen. So the first thing I want to start off with is letting everybody know that in the city of Peekskill, our current COVID count of active cases is down to single digits. As of yesterday, we were down to 9 active cases in the city of Peekskill. So may begin to sound repetitive when it comes to this specific topic, but I want to continue to remind people to please continue to social distance. Please continue to wear your mask and sanitize your hands and keep yourself clean and surfaces clean in your home. And most importantly, take care of yourselves when you're in the public area around other people. It is vital that you do so. It is working. Many other municipalities are getting worried. The city of Peekskill, we have a lot to look forward to. But I'm also saying that because as the winter season comes, we all know flu season comes. When flu season comes, people get sick. You may not be able to tell if you got the flu or if you got the COVID virus. But again, we want to be prepared for this winter and to get through this winter as successful as possible. So continue to do what you do in Peekskill. We appreciate you, and we'll keep you updated on how many cases we have throughout this entire year.
Yeah, while you're mentioning that, Mayor, and I know we always remind people to use their masks, wash their hands, keep doing that because that's what keeps the numbers down. I know the library has been doing flu shots. There are places to get flu shots in the city. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure when this video, if we get it out tomorrow, maybe in time, the library's got flu shot program on Wednesday, the 23rd of September. I also want
Awesome.
to mention, apropos of that, as people go out and they enjoy the parks, and you're wearing your mask and you're taking care of each other, they should know that we are opening up the basketball court on Franklin. I know people like to play ball, and that should be an advantage to folks who want to play basketball.
Absolutely. And I want to encourage those of you who play basketball. We want to keep the park open once it's reopened. So please wear your mask, social distance, keep that in mind. Practice, do all whatever safety protocols necessary to do while you're practicing. Please keep that in mind. And another good news is the Kylie Center will be reopening as well very soon. They're doing their process of cleaning. They're going to have the dancing programs and some of the programs are going to reopen and restart. Again, it's going to be a little bit different because of COVID. You may not come in there and see 50, 60 kids. You may only come in there and see maybe 10 or even 15 kids at most. So, but again, we're slowly reopening. We want to make sure that we're doing things safe. This week, the school finally opened their doors for the community. Many kids were actually in school beginning this week. Other kids are still doing it virtual. I was told that there wasn't a large number of children that went back to school for the actual in-school physical education, but the schools have reopened and we're still encouraging the students and the schools and the parents and families to please continue to be safe, sanitize, social distance, and wear a mask. But the new setup the schools have in their classrooms are really awesome too. They have the screens that protect each student while they're sitting at their desk. So things have changed, but things are getting back to normal as close to the new normal as we could possibly get.
Yeah, and while we mentioned that, just to mention also that the city council and the various boards and commissions continue to meet remotely. That doesn't mean that you can't participate. It just means that actually some cases you can participate more easily. But the city council's on TV, it's streamed live on the internet, and the questions and comments from the public are welcomed, both on agenda items and non-agenda items. And
Mm-hmm.
to do that, you can call in on the conference line or the clerk will handle questions. So it's been working well, and we've had people participate in that way. It's much appreciated. And also, I'll just wrap it up for 1 minute. But while we're mentioning boards and commissions, we always want people to know that there's almost always a vacancy that needs to be filled. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, there's one on planning, one on zoning. The city councils will do interviews and loves to get them to meet people who care about the city and want to get involved. So if you're interested in that, you can check the city website and talk to your city council members and let them know you're interested. And depending on what's going on, there may be a way to serve as a volunteer within the city government in that way. The boards
Yeah.
and commissions do very important work, whether it's land use approval processes or it's parks activities or it's the Conservation Advisory Human
Mm-hmm.
Relations Commission, which is actually meeting tonight right now.
Yeah,
Um,
we got to
they're
go
all
there
really
next.
important groups,
Yeah.
and there's always the need for more volunteers to stand for appointment to vacant positions.
Absolutely. And I just want to share too, just so people are aware, some of the boards we have, actually all of the boards, we have the bid board, Business Improvement District, the Board of Ethics, Board of Tax Assessment Review, Conservation Advisory Council, Historic and Landmarks Preservation Board, Historic Preservation Advisory Commission, Housing Authority Board, which we certainly need more people on, Human Relations Commission, Industrial Development Agency, which is also known as the IDA, Parks Advisory Board, Planning Commission, Senior Citizens Advisory Board. If any seniors are interested in being a part of this board, we can fit plenty more seniors on this board. We meet remotely, as Andy said, now on the phone the second Tuesday of every month with the police chief and sometimes with the department head of the senior citizens, which is John Jay. Pronounce his name is Zamora. He's been fantastic, by the way. The youth board, the zoning board of appeals, and the police review board / task force, which I'll segue into, is going to be meeting for the first time October 1st. Those are all of the boards that you can look up on our city website. Click on the link where it says boards and commissions and get a little bit more detail on which each board focuses on. And we'd love to have you submit a letter of interest or even a resume if you're interested in joining the board. But on October 1st will be our first public meeting to discuss our police review board / task force that we're working on under the governor's executive orders. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's an important project. And for folks who want to know more about that, there's a page on the city website. You just Google Peekskill Police Reform Task Force, you'll get there. It has documents, it has the governor's mandate, and it has an agenda and press release for the meeting on October 1st, which actually will be our first in-person opportunity. If anybody's actually wants to participate that way, we'll be in the neighborhood center. You can walk in if you want to make a comment. There'll be a limited number of seats with the social spacing and whatnot. But all the same, it's obviously going to be on the Zoom and on the internet as well.
Absolutely.
So that's coming up, and it's very important work. We hope folks will stay involved with that and volunteer to participate in various ways. So
Yep.
check the city website, find out more about it, and come with do that background reading about what it is, and come with your comments and concerns. That's what it's there for.
There you go. And just some city information to share that you may not be aware of that's kind of new. We also just approved with our DPW team, Dave Rambo and the team, road paving that's going to possibly begin by the end of October and be done by mid-November. There's going to be about, I want to say, 13 different streets.
Different streets, sections of streets. I think it's about $500,000 worth of work. It's paid for usually largely with state funds. And unfortunately, in this year, next year, the state is looking like they're going to be giving us less money. But in any case, as everybody knows, pavement deteriorates over time. You get a storm, you get a water line break, you just get a lot of traffic. It's going to fall apart. And so we keep up with that by annually paving a certain number of feet of street based on an assessment of the pavement condition, the number of complaints, and what's going on out there.
Absolutely.
So, when you see the guys, cheer them on. Let them know you appreciate what they're doing and enjoy those roads.
There you go. Thanks to DPW. So, yeah, so that's great news. It was, like you said, about $500,000 worth of construction on these new pavements. The light that's on Main Street in Houston, the Senior Advisory Board and Councilwoman Riley had spoken about this on numerous occasions about getting this fixed. And apparently, seniors had informed myself and Councilwoman Riley that they've been asking for this for a good decade now. So thanks to the support of Councilwoman Riley, Jay Zamora, and Senator Pete Harcum, we have been informed that we are able to make a left turn signal at the light on Houston and Route 6, or also known as Houston and Main Street, right in between the dog park and La Pola. So that's definitely a good thing for the community. They've been asking for it for years, and we finally got it. And last but not least, I'll let Andy say a little bit more about the Esther Street project. Has been going well. I was at the event about last week and the event about 2 weeks ago. The Bean Runner Cafe held, and Ray Blue had performed with the jazz musicians. Wonderful event, perfect space for it. The outside was wonderful. The weather was nice. The people were great. The food was great, and the entertainment was top notch.
Yeah, it's an exciting project. I got to also give credit to Peekskill Walks, Connor Green right in the middle of things, Brian Fassett from the bid, a number of people
Absolutely.
really contributed. They recruited an artist to decorate those concrete barriers, so they look really nice now. There's a bike rack, there's trash cans, there's picnic tables. People can come over and just walk down the street, sit for a minute, obviously grab a cup of coffee at the coffee house or the Bean Runner. And right now, the group is working on a plan to show some movies over there.
Yeah,
So
which can be exciting. And a little birdie even told me that Hugos is back in effect. They're looking forward to working to reopen Hugos. So that entire area will just be reopening and bringing more entertainment, more good stuff to our downtown right near our Paramount. So
yeah, that's
that'll be a good addition to that area.
it's
So
exciting to see. There's a plan for an artist to do some kind of a sculpture on a weekend, kind of a temporary exhibit.
oh
So
nice.
that's the kind of thing that makes sense in a public place, that puts feet on the street, creates
There you go.
entertainment. That's what a lively downtown should always be exploring ways of doing that.
Right. So the last thing I want to say, since you just said that makes sense, is to remind people the 2020 census is coming close to an end. We are at 61.8% um, of our census count in the city of Peekskill compared to our 2010 census. So we still have a long way to go, Peekskill. That means there's about 40% of us who haven't even contributed yet. Um, People, please, if you don't know what the census is, if you're watching this video and you don't know what the census is, just Google CENSUS 2020 and you'll find all of the information you need. And it even gives you step by step how to do your census. And it takes 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes from your iPhone, or 5 to 10 minutes from your laptop or desktop. You can take it anywhere you have Wi-Fi or service. And if you don't happen to have Wi-Fi or service, or you need assistance, there's a number on the website where you can call to do your census over the phone, and they even offer it in different languages. So please, if you do know what the census is and you have done it, share this information with those who you think may have done it or may have not done it, because you never know who completed it. But I want to remind people that the deadline is coming up. We have a little over a week and a half left to get this, or even not even a week and a half, a little over a week left to get this complete. So please, by the time you see this video, know that we need everyone out there to get their census in. And the
Yeah.
last thing I want to, oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I ran into one of the census takers today when I was walking down the street, and he's out there. He's got a list. He's trying to talk to people. He's trying to do his job to help the community,
Mm-hmm.
and he runs into a lot of people who don't want to talk to him, and don't want to answer the question. He's kind of frustrated. So and they're down. They're
I was
chasing
expecting that.
people who are hard to get a hold of now. So they're going back over and over to.
Yeah, that's how important it is. That's how important it is. You're going to
It'd be
see these
nice.
people coming daily, day in and day out until this is done.
Yeah, be nice to them. They're working hard to try to get an accurate count of everybody who lives in the city, and it makes a difference in terms of federal funding, in terms of political representation, other matters.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to help these guys out.
absolutely. And the last thing I want to mention tonight, Andy, on my end, is just that we spoke last night, thanks to Councilman Fernandez and the Chief Homie. People who want to sign up for the code red alerts during a major storm or whatever happens, it's now going to be available in 2 languages. To get the code red, you just have to sign up for it, which is free. It'll be on the city website. The information to sign up and get code red alerts. So whenever there's an emergency in the city of Peekskill, you can be notified by email, text, or phone call if you sign up. And if you don't sign up, it'll be directly to your landline, I believe, which many
Yeah,
of us don't have anymore.
but there's
Right.
fewer and fewer of those around. So sign up, it's free, and you'll get the text to yourself.
Yeah. So other than that, that's it. Be careful, be social distance, be safe, do your census, and take care of yourself.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Have a good night.
Absolutely. You too, my man. I'll talk to you soon.